Yesterday, I was at a presentation as part of the Exit Advisor Alliance networking group that I'm a part of. And it's a group that's filled with exit planning professionals. And there was a presentation regarding key employee retention. Now, when I think of key employee retention as it pertains to exit planning, this is very important. Imagine you are planning an exit in the next 2 to 3 years of your business, and your key manager or some of your key management team leaves the business during that 2 to 3 year period, and that causes your sales to decline. How are you going to exit at the maximum value? It's not possible. And maybe the employees didn't even know that you were trying to exit the business. To prevent all this from happening, if you let your management team actually know you are exiting the business, and this is not always something that's possible, but if it is possible, and you let them know this, but implement a retention plan. In my world, the way we can help with the retention plans is through executive compensation using life insurance strategies. This offers a benefit that you only have to offer to a key employee. You don't have to open it up to all of the employees of your business. And the way it works is that the business will fund a life insurance that has a cash value component. Now, the caveat to the employee is they cannot touch that cash until they've met a vesting period of time with the company. So for example, if you have a 3-year exit and in the future of this 3 years, you find out that you may have some deferred compensation post-closing. So what that means is you close the business, you get some cash, you may have some delayed compensation in the form of a seller note, deferred equity, or some other compensation plan that is tied to performance of the business, like an earn-out agreement. Well, you need that employee to stay with you possibly 2-3 years after the closing. So what you'll do is start a life insurance policy now. Let's say you have a 3-way runway till the exit, plus another 3 years that there's some deferred compensation. You now need that key employee to stay with the business for 6 years, if not longer. So if you design an insurance strategy that the business funds, the employee is definitely not going to leave after that 3 years if they're halfway through the vesting period. And they're not going to leave after the acquisition, because if they do, they throw away access to all that cash that is sitting there if they just meet that vesting period, plus the life insurance that goes along with it. The business buyer coming in sees that as an opportunity to retain that key manager. And it may be a strategic buyer where they're not going to be involved in the day-to-day operations. They need that key employee to stay with the business. And now they find out that the employee's been or there is a compensation plan that's in place that will help retain that employee, and the business has been sustaining that. All they have to do now is just maintain the payments into that policy. So this is a way that a business can retain key management during the exit planning process, because if you have a 2 to 3 year exit, you need that 2 to 3 years to be the best 2 to 3 years of your entire business. And you need that employee to stay with the company post-close, because besides compensation, there could be other variables that could come back to affect you if the business doesn't perform. So if you want to chat about this or learn about different strategies that might be applicable in your situation, hit a DM, let me know that you're interested. Let's chat about this and hopefully help you plan a very successful